Farming bosses in Genshin Impact is a crucial part of the game. Without it, every character would be stuck at level 40 max. Previously on Geo Only, we got every character on the roster up to level 80. We are finishing leveling all the talents up to level 8, which is the cap for right now. And most recently, we maxed out every weapon that is in use on the account. So all that leaves are bosses. Now, we could spend about a week or a little more farming all of these bosses to get the characters ascended. But I'm thinking, I'm a little impatient. So let's just use our fragile resin and do it in one day. I would just farm one boss at a time until we were done with it, but the way that Genshin works is there's a long timer after you take it down before it respawns. So we're gonna kind of do this like a circuit. We will begin with the Golden Wolf Lord, collect our drops from taking it down, which we do get 3 from. Then we'll just go down the line. So Ningguang is up next, and she needs the Geo Hypostasis. Though to make our lives just a little bit easier, let's go ahead and collect some fireflies, craft a portable waypoint, and place that down by the Geo Hypostasis. Because both this boss and the Perpetual Mechanical Array are not near waypoints. PMA does have a domain near it, which would be very nice to use, but we can't unlock it unless we do a pretty lengthy world quest. Then since we have 2 characters that are going to need the drops from this boss and only one that needs it from PMA, I figure this one will be coming back to more. And of course, this boss is one of the more annoying ones because we can't hit it with Geo, which is 90% of our kit. I know Geolumine can destroy one of the pillars before it even spawns in, but honestly, I don't think it'll make too much of a difference overall. Or should I say, it wouldn't make much of a you get it? Because it's 3 and it could have dropped to 2. No, okay. Next boss on the list is in fact the PMA, which is pretty easy. I think it actually takes me longer to get to the boss than it does to take it out, but we're still on a 3 streak. Let's see if that continues, because the next boss is the Dance Icewind Suite. I knew that. I still wish I had a little picture of which drop was which, because I always second guess myself as to whether I'm picking the correct version of the boss, but I do believe it is Coppelia. Oh. And Ito may have died, but so did the boss. And that will be the first spend of some of our fragile resin. Yet somehow we continue the 3 streak. And we get a Geo damage bonus? That could just be a nice off piece. Obviously for Lumine, we don't need to farm any bosses. Then for Navia, we already have everything that we need because I farmed that a while ago. Which then somehow brings us right back to the Golden Wolf Lord. The characters are kind of perfectly lined up where I'm always rotating to a different boss. But eventually we are just going to be ping-ponging between this and the Geo Hypostasis. But while I take down this boss, I'm just wondering, do you guys like free stuff? Because I've got some free stuff for you. How would you like the chance to win a brand new gaming console or even Amazon gift cards totaling $10,000 in value? Not only that, but you'll be guaranteed to get a free legendary hero plus 2 strong epic heroes when using my link. How can this be possible, you ask? Well, Raid Shadow Legends, the kind sponsor of this video, are celebrating Spring in Teleria with their Spring Hunt minigame. Simply download Raid using my link in the description, head to springhunt.plarium.com, enter your raid ID, and join the competition. Who knows, maybe you'll be one of the lucky players who gets a brand new gaming console. On top of that, Raid is also celebrating community weeks, which are dedicated to the Raid players. They know that people love free stuff, so they're giving everyone a legendary champion, Chronicler Adeline, who specializes in bypassing debuff blocking effects. Community weeks feature multiple in-game activities for all players spanning from April 11th to July 8th. If you log in for just 14 days during that time, you'll be given Chronicler Adeline for free. When you use my link to download Raid, you'll get a huge starter pack with epic champion Tayrel, who the players consider to be one of the top tier units in the game thanks to his high powered debuffs. And then once you hit level 25, you'll get another epic champion, Rector Drath. She's a super strong support that will help you clear even tougher content. Raid's team gave me all this to give to you guys, so if you want to check out the game, make sure to use my link or QR code, otherwise you'll miss out on all of these free rewards. After downloading the game via my link, use the code SPRINGHUNT24 to get even more free loot. Come find me under the name Java the Cup, join my clan Java's Crypt, and we'll show this game what's up. So just click my link in the description and I'll see you on the battlefield. The Wolf Lord falls again. But surely they can't keep letting me get away with 3 drops, right? Yeah, it was just like a first boss clear of each boss per episode sort of bonus. They wanted to lure us into thinking that, oh, maybe this isn't a terrible use of fragile resin. Oh, and thank goodness, I already forgot that I did the portable waypoint. That makes it so much easier to get back over here. Now, I guess the good thing about this boss taking a while for us to take down is that the Golden Wolf Lord probably has time to respawn before I finish this. So Geo Hypostasis is down, which means another fragile resin. We do get 3 drops and a chunk, which is going to be good because I have a feeling these are going to be a problem for us. And the Golden Wolf Lord has indeed respawned. Golden Wolf Lord also defeated again. And that is another fragile resin. We are really going to start burning through that stuff quick. That means Nilong is back up, but I don't know that Geo Hypostasis is ready. Oh, it is. I'm almost sad about that because that means I take too long to take out the wolf. But that's okay because at least it means I don't have to wait in between bosses. And also, I feel like that should have counted. I could easily slap Noelle on the team and then this part becomes so easy. I think I'm just a little too lazy to go swapping the team every time. Or we could just say that I'm giving enough time for the other bosses to respawn. Yeah, that sounds good. We'll go with that one. I think this boss is actually the fastest for us to take out. And I must admit, the fragile resin, like, it's starting to hurt, but we have a lot of them and the whole point of them is to spend them. Plus, I did the math. We'll still have plenty left over in case we end up getting a new character. And these are some of the saddest boss drops I've seen in a long time. That was Goro's turn. Now back to Chiori's. The nice thing is, no matter what, we have to farm this boss 2 more times, which means it doesn't matter whether we get 2 or 3 drops. And I know I literally just farmed this. I already forget. I think it was this one? It's okay. In a quality of life patch in like 2 years, they'll probably change that so it's more obvious. Was it the correct boss? The answer is yes. We are going to go ahead and do a little party swap here just so I could use some different characters. And I would say right now, Navia definitely does more damage than our Ito. But once we get some proper artifacts on everyone, we'll see if that changes. Because I feel like a fully optimized Ito team with Ito's signature weapon should probably outdamage Navia. And if not, then power creep is real. Can we see 3 drops? Yes, and chunks. The chunks are really good. I also got to say, on this account, Chiori is becoming one of my favorites. She doesn't have to be on field, and honestly, she prefers to be off field to do most of her damage, especially with the golden troop set, but she consistently does pretty good damage. I also feel like it's because some of these challenge accounts don't have the best off-field damage dealers. I'm looking at you, spells only. But to actually have one on this account that does a lot of damage is very nice. I still remember back when some people used to complain that this fight was too difficult. And I always say, if you have a Noelle, it is so free. 3 drop, 3 drop, 3 drop, 2. I think I need to stop asking for 3 because every time I ask for it, I seem to only get the 2. Oh wait, I changed my team order, so now the order of characters is different. Well, whatever. It's not like it matters that much. And that time we only got 2 drops, but doesn't matter because that's all that we needed. I actually take that back. Apparently, I can't do basic math. We needed 1 more. Look, game, I'm not going to ask for any number of drops this time. Just give me what you feel I deserve. I'll chunk and 3 drops. I'll take it. Geo Hypostasis has also been defeated for the I don't know what time. I also haven't farmed weekly bosses this week, but I think I'll wait until my resin just regens naturally to do that maybe tomorrow. Because as much as I want to do it today, I shouldn't keep burning more fragile resin than I need to. I gotta say, the bosses that aren't the Golden Wolf Lord or the Geo Hypostasis are nice to farm. Unfortunately, those are the 2 that we're gonna be farming the least, but they are much faster for us to take down than the other 2. Like that boss was over in about 20 seconds. And of course, now we get the 3. But that means 1 boss, which both Navia and Chiori needed, is done. Oh, and that's not a bad piece for off-piece, though an off-piece feather is a very rare thing to use. I gotta be honest, at this point, I'm starting to feel some boss fatigue. I'm beginning to get a little tired of farming the same bosses over and over, and it's honestly only gonna get worse because soon it's just gonna be the Wolf Lord and the Geo Hypostasis, which are my least favorite of the bunch. And I dislike them even more when they only give 2 drops. Hey, Mr. PMA, did you miss me? I kinda missed you because you're an easier boss for us to take out. And if you give us 3 drops, then we only have to fight you 1 more time guaranteed. But it looks like we might have to fight you 2 more times. Geo Hypostasis down again. And the game is no longer being nice to us. Hey, Wolf Lord, I know I just killed you and all, but you can at least be nice to me, right? You can at least respect my time? Thank you. Oh, also somebody hit friendship level 10. It was Noelle. She is now our friend. And I mean, we have to collect all the Geo characters characters' name cards. Because see, they let us store 9 of them here as like a showcase. And currently, we have 4 of them complete. And I guess I never updated it to include the rest of our Geo characters, though we gotta fix that. Okay, there we go. That is so much better. Wait, no, it's not fine. Why does Geo Lumion not have a Geo symbol? That is gonna bother me so much. It's okay. I guess we could swap her out when we get like Zhongli. Wait, is he the only Geo character that we don't have yet? Oh, right. Yeah, I like how it's Swords Only. I always see jokes in the comments about how Albedo is the forgotten sword character. And then on this account that is Geo Only, I forgot about him again. Don't worry, someday I am sure we are going to get him on here. We just need him to have another rerun when there's not like 3 other 5-star Geo characters. Because we should be able to save a decent amount. Honestly, I feel like eventually we will be able to get all of these characters their signature 5-star weapons. Because as I'm sure you're all aware, there's not that many Geo characters. And obviously, I'm a very lucky person, so I'm gonna get them all at very low pity. I mean, these are just the facts. These are the well-known facts. Like, watch this. I'm so lucky. I'm gonna get 3 drops right here. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, we don't see, you didn't see that. Which means once again, we have to waste 40 whole resin for 1 drop. Thank you very much, game. That is very kind of you. Wait a minute. You know something that I never realized? In Navia's charged attack, her sunglasses magically get put on her face. Okay, no sunglasses right now. Let's watch this. Charged attack, they just randomly go on. You learn something new every day. I guess on the bright side, the more that we farm these bosses, the more of the fragments and chunks we potentially get. So at least it's not a total waste if we have to burn 40 resin for 1 boss drop. Come on, 3. Oh, I don't even care. I mean, this is the perfect run. We got an artifact that we won't be using, but it can go in the strong box, a gemstone, and 3 drops. So like we said, for this boss, we need 1 whole drop. And of course, we get the 3 again, but the chunk is very nice. It is very welcome to give us a little extra bonus, and that means Goro is done farming his boss. We need 13 more of the Geo Hypostasis and just 5 of the Golden Wolf Lord, and you know what that means. That means that the Wolf Lord is only going to give us 2 drops the next 2 times we farm it. On the contrary, Geo Hypostasis did in fact give us 3. So worst case scenario, we only have to fight that boss 5 more times. Come on, Golden Wolf Lord. Yes, 3 drops. That means only 1 more takedown. And we did improve on speed because now we do have to wait just a little bit of time before we can fight the Hypostasis again. And unfortunately, only 2 drops from the Hypostasis. But for the final time, maybe ever on this account, we can go ahead and take down the Golden Wolf Lord. Number of drops don't matter, but any chunks, any agates, any... Okay, 1 whole fragment. Worst case scenario, 4 more times of this. So there is takedown number 1, number 2, number 3. And takedown number 4, which of course we get 3 drops on because it doesn't matter. So you guys remember the worst case scenario that I mentioned a little bit earlier, not that long ago for you guys? Yeah, well that's exactly what happened. But now, the boss drops for all of these characters have been fully farmed. The question now becomes, can we craft enough of the highest tier of Geo Gemstones? I don't really want to convert every one of these that we have because we will get other Geo characters, but I also don't know if we have enough dust to transmute the others. Let's start it out with the 1 cryo gemstone that we have, and then just checking, it is 6 per character, not including Lumi, and we have 7 characters, so 42 gemstones. That is quite a lot. On the bright side, we could just convert absolutely everything into Geo because we don't need the others for, I don't think, anything. But you know what? I'm just going to negate what I said earlier. I'm going to convert everything to the highest tier because even doing that only gets us 31 of these, which is still a crazy amount. I've never had 31 of the highest tier gemstone, but now we got to start converting the lowest tier. Okay. This should be it. The final 2 gemstones, bringing our total to 42. I almost don't even want to spend them because it just looks so nice. And it has just come to my attention that we actually don't have all of the mob drops we're gonna need for some of these characters. I will craft up what I can, but then we might have to go out and do a bit of farming. I also don't know if anyone was curious, but if you were, all of that boss farming took pretty much exactly 2 hours. And that honestly isn't terrible. I mean, it's a long time to just be sitting in one spot farming these. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Yeah, it's a long time to be sitting in one spot farming these same bosses over and over, but also like 2 hours to do all of that. It's like, it's okay. Oh, look at that. Every character besides Lumen has Oh, and Ito. Ito needs slime. Okay. You're joking. All right, Sucrose, give me 4 extra. You could do it. 4 extra. 1. Okay, we gotta go farm some slime. All these characters are ready to be ascended, which, you know, it's marked by the little exclamation point at the bottom, except for Ito because of slime. I never would have predicted that out of all of the enemies and drops we would have ran out of first, it would be slime. But you know what? At least I'm done farming bosses for a while. You know what's actually crazy is I remember the location of a lot of different enemies in this game, but for some reason when it comes to slime, I can't think of anywhere it's like, oh yeah, go there and there's a bunch of them. I think there are about 2 spots that I know of. So hopefully in those 2 spots, we can get the rest of what we need. And unfortunately, I am aware that Zhongli also needs slime. So before he gets a rerun, we probably want to farm a bit of that. But here we go. Navia, boom, ascended to max. Same for Ningguang, Noelle as well, Chiori, Mr. Arataki Ito, Yunjin, and Goro. Also, to the people that keep commenting, does he not know that he has a constellation? Yes, I do know, but we don't want to activate this. The first part of it is fine because, you know, makes the burst last longer, which means extra crit rate. But the second part is annoying in 2 ways. The first way is that when this construct breaks, it does damage. So if it lasts longer, that's less damage. Now you could argue that once you place down a 4th one, it automatically destroys the first one that you placed. But honestly, placing these is kind of annoying in combat, and it's even more annoying to try and fight by these in combat because you keep accidentally climbing on them, enemies get stuck on them, so overall, we don't want them. Which means this constellation, no good. It is annoying that we're always going to have an exclamation point above her head, but we kind of can't do anything about it. When it comes to leveling up characters, obviously we can't do too many because we are kind of low on Mora and XP, but I think Goro is one of the better options since he scales with defense. So we will bring him up to level 90, the first character on the account that is level 90. Then I'm not sure if it's really a smart idea, but I'm going to bring Chiori up next because she does kind of scale with defense a little bit. And since we can't fully bring Ito up to level 90, we're just going to wait. But this is a huge accomplishment for this account and just me and Genshin accounts in general. The next order of business is finishing bringing talents that are valuable up to level 8, which I believe will just be Ningguang's normal attack and skill in addition to Noelle's normal attack. And then maybe Goro's normal attack up to level 6 because it bothers me. But then I think we will switch gears and start farming artifacts. That is both exciting and terrifying. With the boss farming spree over with, we're gonna move on and do some bounties, you know, taking a little break because a fun fact, our resin has in fact regened. So to be honest, I should probably go spend that first so it's not just sitting at max, but too bad I am already here. We will be using that resin though to farm some weekly bosses. And I've probably said it many times, I cannot wait until we are done with bounties in Liyue, because the rest of the regions is where it actually isn't terrible. This whole walking around while spamming elemental sight thing, it gets tiring, and we are definitely getting close. Oh wait, no, actually I think we're done today. Invulnerable to Geo. No, maybe we won't finish it today. 1 more bounty and 3 requests later, I think we do indeed hit max level, which means Geo-themed glider. I think most of her characters are gonna end up with it. But as for weekly bosses, Senora will be up first. We're looking for triple drop and dream solvent because I know I'm probably not gonna get what I need. But if I remember correctly, we used up all of our dream solvent already. And we actually get 2 drops and no dream solvent. But there is a crit rate circlet with crit damage substat. That could be kind of nice. So funnily enough, we don't actually need Senora's drops right now. I mean, like, we're gonna need them anyway, so it's not a bad thing that we farmed it, but we're only trying to bring talents up to level 8 max at the moment. So I guess on the bright side, we didn't need to get 3 drops there. It would have been nice, but it's okay. We have another chance to get 3 drops, which we are going to see right. Oh, it's what I asked for. 3 drops and a dream solvent. You heard it here first. The wolf is the best weekly boss in the game. Unless, of course, Dvalin wants to compete with the wolf for that title. Doesn't look like it wants to. We do only have 1 dream solvent, so I'm just going to save it for now. We will bring Ningguang's normal attack up to level 8, and then I'll just wait until next week. Hope we get the right drop or more dream solvent. Once we can bring this talent to 8 as well as Noelle's normal attack, then we'll do both of them. Because that is all we have left before all of the useful physical talents are level 8. And for the most part, that's every talent except for Chiori's normal attack and Goro's normal attack. Our Mora definitely took a hit from all of that upgrading, so for a couple days, I will probably just be farming ley lines. Now, just for the sake of some free Primo Gems, I'm gonna try and beat floors 9 through 11 at least. I don't actually know if we will be able to clear 11 because last time that we did, there was a Geo bonus, which definitely helped. So floor 9 is complete. Floor 10 also done pretty easily. Floor 11 is where I expect to start running into difficulties because we really haven't farmed artifacts for most characters, but we will give it a shot. I think this is where we're gonna start seeing some problems. Navia alone isn't really able to hard carry this, which is definitely to be expected. It's just that we really need to get artifacts on everybody else. Plus, in my opinion, this is just one of the more annoying Spiral Abyss rotations. Usually, the less enemies, the better, unless it's a worm, especially when they stagger all the spawning of said enemies. Oh, I guess on the bright side, I don't even have to attempt floor 12 now. So it wasn't great, but we still got 2 stars. We're also going to be settling for 2 stars on the last chamber, but honestly, it's not that bad considering we only have 3 characters that are actually artifacted up, if you can even say that. And the buffing cards that we were getting in there weren't really what I would normally pick. So I think floor 11 won't really be much of an issue for us, at least once we get all of those artifacts that we need. However, I'm sure that floor 12 is still going to prove to be very difficult. Make sure to remember to check out Raid Shadow Legends using my link in the description down below. We made a lot of good progress on the account this time. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I will see you all next time.